Hello everyone, my name is History Nuggets, and today we will be talking about the Philippine Revolution. The Philippine Revolution began thanks to the spread of liberal ideas around the world. The rise of Filipino nationalism would begin due to the countless abuses from the Spanish government during 3 centuries of colonial rule. After many centuries of reluctance, Manila began being open to world trade, and Spanish merchants began losing their once commercial monopoly in the region. American and British business firms began rising heavily, resulting in Spanish diplomats freaking out. The rise of Filipino economic potential would begin due to this. Moreover, enlightened ideas began to spread as well. Ideas stemming from the Philippines' massive standards and social hierarchy began, mainly with the bottom two classes, the masses and Indios. With the rise of Manila's trade power came enlightened middle-class men around the world, who would spread their words and literature onto the Filipinos. After the 1868 revolution in Spain, which saw republican principles take place in the kingdom, Filipino liberalism began rising heavily after this. Organizations began after the Cavite Mutiny of 1872, which saw mass deportations of many Filipinos. The La Liga Filipina would be founded by Jose Rizal, an editor for a previous propaganda movement, where he would be arrested and deported. Apolinario Mabini would then attempt to revive this movement, and more radical movements began in the lower classes. This would then see the formation of the Katipunan in Manila, advocating independence through armed revolt against Spain. They would eventually spread through several provinces such as Batangas, Laguna, and Cavite, as well as many more. After their initial formation in 1892, by 1896 they possibly had up to 400,000 members, with Bonifacio as supreme leader. The Spanish, seeing the formation of the Katipunan, would then begin sending police officers to find and arrest people with possession of such ideas, many being executed. In 1896, Bonifacio would call for a mass gathering in Caloocan, where they would begin the armed revolt. The Katipuneños would secretly move around the different locations to gather more and more people. With a larger gathering on August 24th, the plan to invade Manila would be established for August 29th. The Spanish Civil Guard, however, would attack on the 25th, resulting in both sides fleeing. More attacks would occur by the Spanish, resulting in Bonifacio moving to Mount Balabac, where he would establish plenty of meetings for a finalized plan for the Manila attack. On the evening of August 29th, hostilities would begin. Hundreds of rebels attacked the Civil Guard garrison, and hundreds more would rise in San Juan del Monte. Bonifacio hoped to gain lots of ammo and supplies for these uprisings. Spanish reinforcements would then arrive, driving back Bonificio's forces with heavy casualties. Moreover, rebels would begin rising in many other cities as well, with Bonificio's troops regrouping and attacking Paritquera, San Mateo, and Montalban. More cities would begin uprising as well. The governor, General Roman Blanco, would issue a state of war, calling for Spanish civilians to uprise in the defense of Spanish sovereignty in the region. By December of 1896, many major cities would rise, and Bonifacio's prestige began declining, with the victories against the Spaniards by Moreno Alvarez and Baldomero Aguirre. The Battle of Almas on September 1st saw huge prestige for the Cavite revolutionaries. Conventions would begin for revolutionary leadership, eventually leading to Aguirre taking over. Bonifacio, not wanting to accept this, would begin revolting, resulting in his being executed on May 10th, 1897. The Battle of Caracong de Sili would then occur, with over 3,000 Katipuneño deaths, and with a massive Spanish force destroying the fort. The Spanish would also capture Cavite towns in March, resulting in revolutionaries moving around, and eventually resulting in a new Spanish governor, Fernando Primo de Rivera, calling for a negotiation to take place. The Pact of Biak-na-Bato would be signed, calling for the exiling of all revolutionary leadership. After the American declaration of war on the Spanish, revolutionary leadership would return to the nation, with Aguirre on June 12, 1898, declaring the official independence of the Philippines. The first Filipino flag would be held, and the Philippines would begin being supported by U.S. armed forces. However, after the end of the war, the new Filipino Republic saw lots of tensions between U.S. armed forces, with them not so much liberating, but staying, resulting in the Philippines declaring war on the USA. This is History Nuggets. Thank you for watching.